I'm Mushy, and you're you. Hello, you. And we're here at Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting for another installment of Figure It Out Friday. So come sit down with me while we work on this Rokkari mystery kit together and try to figure out what is it. As you can see, I did do a little bit more work from where we were last week. We stopped pretty much right here last week and only did this colorful part. I went ahead and did this largely color blocking 310 situation over here. There are some things to talk about in this area right here, and we will talk about it as we whip and chat. And I am going to proceed over here. I had machinations of doing this, I'm taking a peek, of doing this canvas in a spiral pattern, but it turns out, and we'll discuss why and what's going on, that I'm gonna need to, it looks like I'm going to need to do probably up this way. Yeah, I see lots and lots of symbols. Okay. When I took a cheaty sneak peek, I did see the symbol for 310 over here, and I'm going to want to avoid that area for now, and I want to do some more colorful stuff, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, I'm going to have to progress maybe a backwards spiral and start kind of, we pretend we started here and working our way this way throughout. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start working our way up the side here, but I should have inserted a picture somewhere on the screen so you can see full size, what's been done, how much has been done, what it's looking like, and start formulating any guesses that you might have as to what is this. Help me figure it out. And without further ado, let's get set up, zoomed in, and started on today's Whip and Chat Figure It Out Friday. Okay, my friends, we are zoomed in a little bit. I want to make sure to stay out as much as possible so that you could have an overall view of what was going on, as well as a kind of specified view of what we're going to be doing here. I'm still testing this Flower Designs tray. I have some thoughts, and I'll probably, if I remember, share them with you in this video. I'm going to be using Flower Designs pens with multiple multi-placers. I've been using Peppermint Alien Putty. I am using and testing this new pen that my friend Jill at Diamond Painting with the Edwards family, those beautiful train wrecks, sent me as a gift. And I've got my blunt tweezers. I have my handy dandy Dr. Pepper. They really need to sponsor me. Me and Kristen, I'm just saying. I wonder if we could somehow get their attention. You know, be like, hey, these two diamond painting creators mention you and show your Dr. Peppery products in every video. Dude, you know, shout them out at least. So let's see if we can get Kristen and I a Dr. Pepper, official Dr. Pepper shout out, like on Twitter or what do they call it, X or whatever, or on YouTube or tagged on Facebook. Let's see. Can you guys help us? Help Kristen and I get some kind of like attention from Dr. Pepper. Just even a hello or a who the heck are you idiots? Anything, that would be really cool. But yeah, we're gonna get started here. I am using some papers from a Magic Crafts by Cindy on Etsy. She does not make these papers anymore, but Bee's Crafty Corner does. So there's that. And let's kind of dive in. So let me pick a symbol that's drawing my eye. We've got the right kind of, almost, it's not like, is this called a right angle? I don't know. Upside down L. Listen, it is what it is. This mid-tone orange, bright orange, I like that. Some of the same color we use down here. And get diving in, and then we're going to talk, because I have some things to share with you about this mystery canvas in particular, because as we go along you may notice something, and I'm just going to, you know, start off by addressing the elephant in the room. Okay, the view might be a little shifted or different. My phone camera situation has a mind of its own, and it was like zooming in, and it was doing all kinds of stuff without my permission. So sorry about that if it looks a little bit different, but now we can dive in. Okay, so let me first start off by saying what will become plainly obvious pretty soon. The heart symbol on this canvas is 310, which is black. We will be avoiding the symbol 310 black heart shape situation for the time being. And let me tell you why. As you can see from the picture that I posted, and I'll post it here again in case you missed it. And as you can see, down here, I did get some work done off camera. Now, everything was pretty good until this area, this whole section here, from here to the end, is largely 310, which is fine. I don't mind having large color blocking areas. I don't mind black. It's all dandy, groovy, gravy. However, I started to notice that there was something amiss with the 310 black drills. I was noticing that they weren't cooperating with the canvas and with me as the rest of the colors had been. They weren't snapping into place. They were kind of overlapping their little designated square area. And I noticed some of them had a certain number of facets on it, like sides. Some drills are completely rounded and smooth. Some have, cuts on the top to help reflect light. And some drills have what is it? I'm not a drill maker. I don't know, but I think it goes anywhere from 6, 9 up to maybe 21 or something facets, different cuts and sides on a drill surface. I noticed that some of the 310s had one number of facets and some of them had another number of facets. And what I was also noticing was that the 310 drills seemed to be just like I don't even know, a skosh, a quarter of a millimeter, rough guesstimate, larger than any other color in the kit. You put the 310s side by side with any other color in the kit and zoom it in super mega far with your camera, and you would notice that the black drills were just ever so slightly a skosh larger. And normally, okay, well, so what, Mushy? Drill sizes can vary, not everything is identical, and I understand that. But the problem became with this large color blocking area was with when you have hundreds of the same color and the drills are different, the same color, but they're different from each other, and they're a little bit oversized compared to the other drills, it can cause a crowding issue. It can cause an issue where it starts eating away at the spaces moving forward that you would apply a drill to. So every canvas measurement is a little bit different. Every manufacturer makes different canvas measurement sizes. So, some of the spaces that each drill spot they vary from canvas to canvas. That's why, I'm such a bad explainator. I'm trying though. But that's why some rulers will fit and work on some canvases, and then you'll turn around and use that same ruler on another canvas and it won't fit right. It's because different companies use different spacing and the drills need to be a different size for those different spacings. And so what I had and what I had figured out over the course of working on the rest of this bottom, I messed up, there we go, panel, was that the 310s were a mixture of different 310s. They were not all the same number of facets and same size. They were different numbers of faces on it, and they were bigger than all the other drills in the canvas or in the kit. And that was causing me a crowding issue to where it was going just a fraction of a millimeter over each time I laid down a drill, till it got to the point where it ate a whole space or a half a space. And that I came to the determination that, oh my gosh, I think there's been a manufacturing error, an error at the manufacturer's situation. So I contacted Rokkari Eve, and I sent her some pictures and showed her what I was trying in my not a professional canvas or drill maker way, just as in my experience as a diamond painter. I was trying to show and explain what was going on. I showed zoomed in pictures of the drills and how this 310 is different than this 310, but this is all from this kit. And you know, showing examples of like the crowding and how the drills were too big for the spaces allotted on the canvas for the 310 drills. And you know, showing the drills differences in facets and in size with compared to other drills in the kit and on the canvas. And we came to the conclusion that there had in fact been an error at the manufacturer level with regards to the 310 drills. They sent a bad batch, a mixture, a mismeasured batch of specifically just the 310s. I haven't had any problem with any other color so far. And I did go through, as a courtesy, I went through the entire kit and, you know, side by side a 310 next to a couple of, you know, 3853s, 3854s, 30, you know, and made sure that it was only the 310s that were affected, and it was. And upon hearing my plight and seeing the pictures, Rokkari Eve was phenomenal in the timely response. I mean, I know that she's a human and she has life and things like that, but she responded with lightning speed and quickness, which I appreciated. She was open to hearing what I was trying to explain and discussing it with me so that we could figure out what exactly is the problem here. And she very, very quickly offered a more than adequate resolution. So yes, I mean, I have done, what is it, 4 or 5 of her kits right by now. And I have one active, Hungry Love, that we do live every other week. We do in a live chat so everybody can see us working on it. And you can see them live and in action. You can see them in some of my videos. I have a whole Rokkari playlist. I've done squares, I've done rounds of hers, and never had a problem. And I knew from prior experience that, sorry, I have to reach across the camera. I am still injured in my shoulder, and I cannot reach that far with that arm. But anyway, sorry. I have done a multiplicity of her kits, and I have never had an issue of any kind with any of them, with any of the materials, any of the drills, anything. This was the first time I had ever had any sort of issue. And she was very open and receptive to constructive criticism in terms of, I wasn't criticizing her. She was open and receptive to hearing my confusion, seeing the evidence, and in hearing like what I believed the issue was, and we worked and discussed it together and worked it out together to come up with explanation for what went wrong, which, like I said, manufacturer error, which she's not responsible for. I mean, she's not at home in her kitchen cooking up drills, my friends. That is outsourced to a professional drill makinator, okay? And she is not in their, also she is not their like warehouse factory drill making supervisor. And so she literally has no control over what happens at the drill making facility. So when an accident, a boo-boo occurs, and a drill is messed up in one way or another, or gets confused or misplaced with the wrong kit, or whatever, whatever had happened here to give me drills that were too big for my canvas and were a mixture of different faceted drills, was not in any way anything she had control over whatsoever. And there's no way she could have known. And so this was not her fault. And be that as it may, she stood behind her product as a whole, and she immediately took action to resolve the issue for me. And we came up with the following plan. So her first reaction, I'll be frank, her first reaction was A+, stellar customer service, what you want a small shop's response to be to such an endeavor. Like, stop for a minute and think, okay, I've got this big kit. I spent a lot of money on it. I want it. I want to do it, but something's not right with, one of the drill colors. Whether it's you ran out, or they don't fit, or they're misshapen, or they're whatever the case, but there's something wrong with one of the colors in the kit, like me with the 310. Stop and think for a minute. What would you want the shop's response to be? And once you have that, I'll give you a minute to like formulate that in your mind. What do I want that resolution to be? What does that resolution look like for me? You've gotten a whole panel, a whole strip panel situation done at the bottom of the canvas. So this is a 60 by 70. You've gotten a whole 3-inch wide strip of 60 centimeter done. So you're in it. You're in it. You invested a lot of time, money, and energy into completing, starting this canvas and completing that panel despite the hurdles presented by that drill color. You love it. You wanna you wanna do it. You would, I assume, be like me and want the response to be, hey, let me replace that kit for you. I am so sorry. I'm sorry that this happened, that there was a manufacturer error. I take full responsibility. Allow me to replace that kit for you. That was Rokkari Eve's response. And I feel like that is the ideal and appropriate response to the situation. However, don't worry, there's no drama. Calm down. Just because I said however doesn't mean there's a problem, okay? But however, Mushy is a stubborn lady. Yeah, I said it. I'm stubborn. You know what? Acknowledging the problem is the first step, okay? At least I am self-aware enough to acknowledge that I'm stubborn. And I felt like, listen, I've never had a problem with any of your kits before. This is obviously not something that is your fault or that you're in control of. I think it might just be, I don't want to waste materials by replacing the whole kit. I've already made some progress, and yeah, I mean, down in this black part, the drills don't fit just right. There is some gapping and popping and whatever. I'm just going to mark that part off because we know now that that was manufacturer error and not Rokkari kit issue per se. You know what I'm saying? And so in my final analysis, this whole area will be designated as it was an issue area that was subsequently resolved by the company. And, you know, it is what it is. It's not going to ruin my canvas as a whole. It does cause some tension over here and some like crowding, so the drills kind of want to pop a little bit, but I've been diligent about pressing them back in and rolling them out, sealing them up, so hopefully they'll stay. But we caught the problem early, and you know, there's no point in wasting materials and time of replacing the kit, although that was her response. That was her first, let me replace everything. Let's get it replaced and get it right for you. And that's the proper response, in my opinion. Do you guys agree? I hope so. But like I said, being stubborn as I am, was like, let's, you know, I don't want her to waste material. I don't want my time to have been wasted. And for me, although her response was the appropriate, correct one that we would expect from a business and should get from a shop when we have a problem of this magnitude, is, you know, she responded appropriately. I, mushy, chose to deviate, and I said, hey, Eve, if it's not too late, you know, I accepted. I accepted the, oops, I just threw some drills at myself. That was my bad. Stupid fingernail. I was like, hey, Eve, I accept. Go ahead and replace the kit. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm sorry for the trouble, but, you know, I just as much as she can't help that the manufacturer messed up on the drill, I can't help that they messed up on the drill either, you know? But I said, I'm sorry for the trouble. Thank you for, you know, being receptive to listening to my plight here and figuring out things with me and offering me the absolute A+ top-notch customer service, response, and resolution. But why not just send me new 310s? And that way we don't waste material, canvas material. I will not hold the bottom, you know, this whole thing. I will not hold that against her or her company or her manufacturer, because she's going to get it worked out and they're going to send me the appropriate faceted and size drill. And I did manage to make it work sufficient for me. And when we do our post review, this section will not be counted against my overall perspective on the canvas, because it was not in her control. And she offered me a new one, and I accepted, but then I declined and said, hey, wait, let's save material. Just send me new 310s, please. No harm, no foul, right? And then that way we can keep going with our Figure It Out Friday on this same canvas and not have a delay. And in the meantime, I will just skip the heart symbol, which is the 310. And when the new 310 drills arrive with my next order, I will boop, 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 plug them on in. So she offered, I guess I keep hammering this because I want this to be very clear. She offered the exact right, appropriate response. And I had initially accepted the exact right, appropriate response, which was a full kit replacement. However, she did agree to my proposed counter offer of just sending 310 drills. But she did so begrudgingly. Let me tell you, I had to fight for it. I had to fight the lady for it. So yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that exactly what happened. So yeah, that is what happened. And that is why, as we move forward until the new drills arrive, which will take some time, because I said, listen, I'm not a fussy butt. I'm pretty easy going. I don't need a whole new canvas. And I mean, I've only done this one, 60 by 3, 60 centimeter by 3 inch strip at the bottom. It's not the end of the world. I'm good with just getting the drills. Then just send them with my next order. I mean, we're going to be at this a while. This is a big canvas. That we're going to be at this a couple of weeks, a month or whatever. It's not like I need the drills tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, that is the resolution that I forced upon her. kind of situation. She offered me the top Supermax resolution of full kit replacement, and I counter offered and bullied and bugged and pestered until she caved to just getting the drills replaced, just the 310s replaced. So that was my preferred resolution. So I like I said, just want to make all that really, really clear, because so often lately we've been hearing about, sadly, big factor like I think everybody's heard what's been going on here and there with DAC. We've got some creators jumping the DAC ship. We've got artists jumping the DAC ship. We've got lawsuits everywhere flying. So we've heard it, from big companies. They're not immune to having customer service issues. They're not immune to having manufacturing errors. We've all heard about the DAC pink lines situation, all kinds of stuff. Even the big box companies are not immune. They're not perfect, and small shops aren't either. We're all human, so mistakes do happen. And we have heard a lot lately about some really crappy customer service from the big box companies, but more so lately it's been from small shops. I don't know. I'm sorry. If you're a small shop owner, I hope you don't, I'm not trying to say every small shop is blah, 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 lately. What I am saying though is that it's been an alarming number of small shops that have been blah, 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 lately. And it's scary. It's a scary, sketchy time. I mean, we've seen a couple small shops that just disappear, take your money. You place an order, multiple people have been placing orders, and they take the money and then poof, gone overnight with the money, and people aren't getting responses, and having to do chargebacks. I'm looking at Meow and Forever on that one, and I'm looking at that one. Where's that one diamond painting company that now the name escapes me, but I made a YouTube community tab post about it. Crafty ishKristyn had made a post about it on Facebook. I made a post about it on Facebook. It was, their website is now just completely gone. People paid for orders and didn't get them. We've had a lot of shops not standing behind their products, and when you order one thing and then they send you something else that is not the quality expected, anticipated, or promised, and not the items in full, or whatever, that's been happening a lot. And they're not responding properly in terms of replacing your item or refunding you for something that was obviously an error. I'm thinking about some stickers that I ordered for an event, and that whole fiasco. Thinking about that. We've been getting put through it, my friends. And unfortunately, like I said, a lot of it's been small shop. So, and really I think the issue is when you have a small shop, there's no corporate hierarchy situation. There is no cool story, bro. Can I speak to your manager? you got the manager. That's it. That's the shop owner. And if you can't resolve the issue or they don't offer an appropriate response, you're SOL. There is no one above them. Who are you going to call? Their mom? Hey, shop owner, get your mom on the phone. Let me speak to your manufacturer. No, I mean, so there's been a lot of shopping customer service woes and fears kind of spreading throughout the community, you know, placing orders and not getting them, or not getting them in a timely fashion, not having them, you know, be what you ordered, the shop taking your order, taking your money, and then closing down and things like that. And so I really wanted to let you guys know that I did have an issue with this kit. I did approach Rokkari Eve respectfully and, you know, with proof of what my issue was, and I approached her respectfully and professionally, as I believe we as consumers should. We should not come into it with an attitude like, hey, you know. No, just say, excuse me, please. I believe I have an issue. I would like, you know, with my product, I believe I'd like to discuss it with you. When you have time, could you please reach back out to me? And calmly explain the issue. Provide photos if you have it, and just say, you know, I can show you what I'm talking about, if that will help, you know, because sometimes we don't explain things good, you know, or whatever. But she resolved the issue for me, with me, in the 100% topmost, utmost appropriate response, which was full canvas replacement. I just opted for an alternative solution that would save materials. So, you know, but she tried. She did. That was her first knee-jerk initial response, and that was A++, considering some of the customer service and stuff, like I said, that we've been getting from small shops in the months recently, all over the place, whether it's accessories, canvases, whatever. You know, what is that word? Not artillery, tertiary stuff, like, you know, trinkets, trays, stickers, stuff that's not quite diamond painting, but diamond painting adjacent. Been having some issues lately out there, quite a lot, or at least people are talking more about it now, and we're just hearing more about it. But I wanted to put you guys at ease and let you know that I was, for what it's worth to you, me, Mushy, was super impressed with the expedience in which she responded to my inquiry and complaint about this aspect of the canvas, the 3 tendrils, and the expedience in which she offered a resolution, and I was impressed with the resolution offered. I felt it was right and fair and just for the situation. So, A++. I mean, this is the first time I've really had to deal with Rokkari customer service. You know what I mean? I haven't had any issues till now with any of the canvases I've done or with any orders that I've placed. I've had 0 issue. So I have not had the opportunity to need to use Rokkari's customer service, and so therefore I had nothing to opine on. But now I have had occasion to need Rokkari's customer service after, what, 5 or 6 canvases. There's finally one that had a minor issue which I needed assistance with, and yeah, I was able to experience Rokkari's customer service and evaluate the situation, and I think it was A++. I just wanted to put that out there. because I know that, you know, I could have been shady and shisty and weird and hid it from you guys and just like, oh, I just want to do 310s last because there's so many, or, you know, it's a heart shape, I don't want to do it, or, you know, could have made up some kind of cock-a-doodle BS excuse as to why I wasn't doing it, you know, or any number of things. Could have just not told you guys at all. But no, we're here to share information, and we're here to help each other be more informed consumers as well as have fun, right? And enjoy the craft together. And so it's no secret, I'm a huge fan of Raven Diamond Art, and I'm a huge fan of Rokkari. Those are my two favorite places currently to get horror genre, dark art genre, diamond painting canvases. And when you like something so much, whether it's a brand or a company or a certain type of, you know, whether it's a pen shop, a tray shop, I'm very much one of those people that when I find something I like, I stick to it, and you would have a hard time getting me off of it. Like, hey, I like ephemera trays. I don't really need to go, yeah, I'm testing out Flowood Designs. I mean, I'm not saying I will never ever use another tray ever, but I'm just saying like 90% of the time that's what you're going to see me use, because I found something that I feel is perfect for me, and why do I need to go out looking for something else when I have what I like? Same thing with canvas shops. I still buy from like Temu and AliExpress, and I'm willing to check out other diamond painting companies that have art that appeals to my eyeballs. But you know, I have my faves, you know what I'm saying? So I just didn't want anybody to think that like, oh, of course, you know, I didn't play favorites or anything. Oh, I had an issue, I approached her, she fixed it, and this was the solution. So there's that on that, my friends. Other news. I think I beat that horse to the ground. I think we got through that. Other news. I had started. I may very well be binning. I'm not sure yet. I might have to bin my second canvas ever, and it happens to be also the second one this year. Yeah. I started a canvas that I was excited to try to do for you guys for the holidays. A little bit of something different. Please excuse me one moment. I will finish telling you about that after this brief just kitty being a butthead break. 1 second. I think what I was saying was I was trying to work on a surprise canvas for you guys for the end of the month that was a little bit different, still in the dark and creepy wheelhouse as far as like being trolly and sassy sometimes. A little bit different flavor of canvas for you guys, and I don't know if it's that I'm spoiled on RDA and Rokkari, or if this was, wow, did you guys see that? Like, I just threw my pen for no reason whatsoever. Just like, fling. Thanks, MS. But no, I don't know if I'm spoiled or if it's genuinely a crap canvas, but I did one full panel of it and I did not enjoy it. It was very confetti heavy. It came out looking to me very blurry and like not defined even at a distance, and I'm just like, it's a 40 by 70, and I'm like, do I really want to invest the time, especially as confetti heavy as this is, or do I bin this canvas? Like, I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, I'm not sure, because I have other canvases that I could do that I'm sure and that I know for a fact would turn out nice and I would enjoy doing. So I have the option, but I mean, you guys need to see the good with the bad too. You know what I mean? So that you know what to avoid and what not to. I can show you this one in case, you know, this dumpster fire that I started for you guys that I was hoping was going to turn out really good, and go through the time and effort to do it, and that way, and show it to you guys so you can see some negative also. Because I could in theory, I could present you with only positive, but that's not fair to you or me, you know? It's not fair. You guys need to know about the not so great stuff that's out there that might be tempting to you as well, because if it tempted me and you are at all of the same flavor as me, then you may be tempted as well too. And if I could spare you by doing one of these and you know, doing it and showing you, and then you will be armed at least with that knowledge or some knowledge from that experience. Maybe I don't want to get that one or one like that or from that place, you know. Or heck, you might actually appreciate how it turns out, and it might be okay for you for the price. It's information, you know. So I'm kind of torn. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do, because I can tell you that I'm not going to fully enjoy the experience, and I can already tell I'm not going to enjoy the finished render. But like I said, I would like to do something a little different that's not all blood, guts, horror, icon, you know, little different, but still in our wheelhouse. I wanted to do that for you guys, and I can't just show you only the good all the time. You need to hear about the bad too, so you know. At least you know my opinion anyway, for whatever it's worth to you. Some additional information and perspective when you go out in the world as a consumer. So let me know in the comments below what you think, and should I bin this canvas that is a 40 by 70 that I had hopes for, and it looked good on canvas, but once I started putting drills down, it kind of went downhill fast. Should I complete it so that you guys can see for yourself, determine for yourself, and have that knowledge, because knowledge is power? Or should I bin it and do something that I know will turn out good, and that I will enjoy doing, and that I know will end up looking good, and that you guys will hopefully agree as well? You know, don't want to sugarcoat things, but also, you know, want to enjoy diamond painting. It's not like, I mean, it's still diamond painting. I'm going to enjoy doing it, actually doing it. It's just the finished product it's going to be one of those like pastel Pooh Bear. Remember that one? It's going to be one like that. It's something like that. It's not the exact same issue, but it's going to be one of those ones that I spend time doing, so that I can show you the good with the bad, and that's going to get buried in the portfolio of misfit canvases and shame. When it's done, that is my fear. I know you should trust the process, but I can tell you that this has, like, I'll tell you, it has character figures on it, like people-y type people on it. And so I've already finished one of the multiplicity of people that are on this canvas, and based on the one, I'm scared for all of them. So we'll see you guys. I'd like to hear from you and see what you think, and you know, majority wins. We'll do it like the whole democracy situation, and everybody gets to put in their say, but you know, popular vote, majority is going to win. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's really anything else that's going on to update you guys on, or anything like that. Not really. I mean, I just talked to y'all last night in the live stream. If you were at the live, I talked to you. If you watched the live on replay, yeah, I talked to you a lot more recently than last night then. And so, yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish these sections. This is a double section. I'm going to go ahead and finish these sections on my own. I will update you guys with a picture per usual, and get the heck out of your face now. All right, you guys, let me know what you think of my situation with this canvas and the 310s. What do you think of Rokkari Eve's customer service? Are you as impressed with her customer service response and resolution as I was? Do you think that something should have been done different or better or worse? Or, you know, what do you think? What are your impressions? And like I said, are you as impressed as I am? And what do you think I should do about this potential Bennett canvas? Not this one, another one that I'm working on for you guys that I'm like just barely scratching the tip of the butt crack on, and I'm already like, oh no, this is going to be a dumpster fire. Do I Bennett or do I finish it and share it with you? Let me know the things down in the comments below. And also, I mean, this is Figure It Out Friday. So, my friends, I also would like to know, have we figured it out? Do we know what we're looking at here? Let me zoom you out so you can have a bigger picture. And maybe with this exposed section and some of the colors going down, we'll be able to get more of an idea of what are we doing? What is this canvas? Something to bear in mind, all this right through here and some sprinklings, sprinkling on the side, heavy right here and right here. This is 310. This is black. So we won't be filling that in, but you know what color it's going to be because it's a heart. And I know that the heart is 310. So black is going to be predominant right here and almost like a sideways V shape, like right here, if that helps us determine anything. Let me get the light board off and zoom us out so we can have a bigger picture. And you guys, if you have any guesses, you can toss them out in the comments below and we'll see, you know, who's right, if anybody's thinking the same thing as anyone else and all the things. All right, give me just a second. Okay, you guys, I mean, my kit's here, yeah, but so is some release paper, so that doesn't help. This is all we have to work with here. And remember I said this like section where I'm making a V with my hand, like right here, that's predominantly 310 in like a sideways V shape, if that helps you envision what could be going on here. We have some yellows and oranges coming up in here. So this is what we have to work with. Any thoughts? Do we have any guesses yet? I don't have a freaking clue. But I'm not very imaginative and creative, so I probably won't know what it is till I put the last drill in and it slaps me in the face. But you might see something I don't. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next Friday for Figure It Out Friday. Stay naughty.